Shabadoobie everyone, this is Highballman here, and it is show time for my second Kamen Rider belt review for the DX Kamen Rider Wizard Driver. If you've seen my previous video, my little preview to my Wizard Collection video, which you should go back and at least watch a little bit of, I'll try to make sure that the description of that fits on the theme of the video, because it is a bit long. But go back and watch that, see what I'm talking about, because this collection is something I want to represent accurately on video. I don't want to do this like I did my my Double Driver review or my my Mobiritz review, where I just show off the toy, how it was packaged, what it came with, boom, and then later on introduce new things like new Ranger keys. What I want to do is treat this toy line like, I guess, like how it is in my collection, and represent it sort of as holistically as possible, with different sections for different categories of stuff. So not just, here's some rings and what they do, but here are the rings that go with this, and here are the rings that came up in this situation, and these are the ones from this movie, and blah, 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 whatever. The point is that this is going to take a while for me to do. I've tried filming a few other versions of this, and they just dragged and dragged and dragged. So to solve that problem a little bit, I'm going to split this review into 3 different parts intentionally. It's not going to be a, okay, cut, I'm rambling on too long. It's going to be 3 intentional parts. This first part will be basic detailing of the Wizard Driver itself, along with detailing and sound effects from the basic Wizard rings, and I'll get into what that means later. The second part will be advanced sound effects with those same rings in the belt, so all the different kick strike variations on his 4 basic henshins, as well as basic detailing and functionality for his main weapon, the Wizard Sword Gun. And the third part of the review will be final attack noises using the Wizard Sword Gun, final detail thoughts on that, and final thoughts on all the stuff that I'm doing in the first 2 parts combined. So hopefully, I know this this introduction is going to make this one drag a little bit, which I really don't want it to do, but hopefully the other 2 parts will be shorter as a result of my actually planning this a little bit. So, with that out of the way, this is the Deluxe Wizard Driver in all of its silver, black, and gold glory. You can see here it is a bigger driver piece than the Double Driver was. Because this has electronics in the belt buckle, you need a huge chunk for all the speakers and the battery compartment and the actual mechanisms and the wiring and the circuit boards and the programming and all that good stuff. So we have, like I said, silver paint and chrome all over this thing, black translucent plastic for the hand author, and it's trimmed in nice gold. On the top here, you can see a little bit more chrome on the speaker, which is molded in kind of the shape of Wizard's helmets. You can see sort of that Kamen Rider insect thing. You've got antenna and the 2 bug eyes here. And on the back, you have a Wizard spell circle, which you can see molded in on a few of the other items from this toy line. As you can see, this is completely off the belt strap by now. And that's because I took it off before. Unlike the Double Driver, it is intentionally removable on both sides. You can just snap it in with these helpful little push-button clasps, and they act sort of as hinges, meaning with a wider belt buckle and a more adjustable connection point between the belt strap and the buckle, it fits better, at least on me, than the Double Driver did, which is good. I don't have to bother with extensions, loose floppy strings, things like that. Everything is okie dokie. With that being said, let us activate this, so you can get a taste for its lights and sounds. Sounds come out the top. All the lights will be in this inner circle here. It's again a little bit of a Wizard spell circle rune kind of thing that shines out from the middle of the hand author. However, we are not quite activated yet, because as you and I well know, that's not the proper way to turn a Wizard Driver on. The proper way is to use the driver on ring. So let us do that. And now we are properly activated. I really wish there was a way that this worked without having to switch the belt on. It kind of ruins the effect of this. I know you can't get the full effect of this being a belt buckle and then it magically transforms, but I don't know, something like a transmitter or something in this, a remote control to turn this on. I know it's ridiculous, but I feel like this is made a little bit less special as a result. But let's talk about the ring before I start rambling about design and things like that. Here we have the driver on ring, non-DX, so this just came from a Gashapon capsule, most likely. You can see here it is fully representative of the hand author in spell mode. You can see it's trimmed in gold and it has the smoky black translucent plastic, which houses, as you are hopefully able to see, an orange LED inside that lights up. Orange like most of the spell rings in this line. And we will begin henshin with this. This is the flame style henshin ring. It is molded in red translucent plastic to match a ruby, because Wizard's whole thing with the rings is gemstones. And the theme of this design, flame, is a circular pattern. So there is a circular, really more of an oval cut to the ring design to match his helmet. So, now that we have our flame style henshin ring, it is time to henshin. Henshin. And we have officially henshined into Kamen Rider Wizard Flame style. I really hope that these LEDs are showing up well on camera. I am going to do these henshins in the dark, like I did my my double driver henshins, just to show off the extra glow you get from this. I do want to redo this one quickly, sort of from an angle this time. I'm not going to do all of them from this angle so you get a better view of the ring, but what I want you to see is that this always turns white when it scans a ring. Even if the ring is, so this one is red, it has a red LED, some of them have green LEDs, orange LEDs, yellow LEDs, whatever. This will always glow white, with some exceptions when it is scanning in a ring, meaning that you're not missing anything in terms of lights. So if you remember from when I scanned it facing the camera, you saw the red as soon as I pulled it away. That's the next color it changes to after the white. So let's get a good shot of this in the dark. Hold on, I've got two light switches here. Okay, here we go. Ready? Henshin. Okay, turn the lights back on. Oh, sorry if that throws off the focus or the color balance or everything. One of these lights is really close and it's the brighter one. But there you get an idea for just how well these things glow. The glow is actually a function of how far away this is from the source of the RF signal in the belt. So to get maximum glow, I will be touching these up to the surface of the belt here, so you might hear some clicking. Just know you can get pretty far away, I'd say to about here, and still get both a glow and a successful scan. Okay, so that is henshin number 1. That is the first ring, by the way, to come with the belt, the flame style ring. The driver on one, like I said, is Gashapon, so this is the first DX ring that we've talked about. The second DX ring and the second henshin ring to come with the belt is this one. This is water style. You can see it is molded in blue translucent plastic to be a sapphire, and it's, again, a different helmet for Wizard. It's a different shape. Each one of these takes on, I guess you'd call it a primary shape to match the primary color. So red, which is his basic form, has a circle shape to both the ring and his helmet. This one has, it's supposed to be a diamond shape. It really doesn't come across well because this has to be a helmet, and helmets can't have more than one jagged edge to them, so it comes off more like a weird teardrop, which works, I guess. It looks like a water droplet. But to be honest, this is my least favorite of the ring and helmet designs for Wizard. But it is a very nice shade of blue, and it does light up very well. So let's take a look at that. Henshin. And some lovely Beach Boys 70s electric guitar right there. The other thing to note that comes along with each of these Henshin scans is the layered sound effect that they produce. Each one of these, in addition to having the name of the ring and its own unique music, also has an element sound. Flame doesn't, it just has the guitar riff, but Water, Land, and Hurricane all have a sound that goes with their element that trails off a little bit after the name is announced during the scan. So I'm going to do this again in the dark. Just listen for the splashing of waves or of water. So the lights go off and the Henshin goes on. Okay, we're not in complete darkness. There's a little bit coming under the door, but the glow looks really great from my end. Hopefully this is not like what I said about the Gaia memories, and hopefully the glow is translating. Okay, so that's it for water style. We will move next to my second, I don't know how to think about this. It's not my second favorite design, but I think it's the most successful after Flame Style. It's really hard to hate on the Flame Style ring or the Flame Style suit. It's his base form, and any Kamen Rider's primary Henshin is sort of the one that you get the most used to. It's the one that you automatically think of when you think of the character. So when I evaluate the designs of these other styles, keep in mind that I view them as secondary transformations. His primary one is always Flame Style. Like this one is Hurricane, molded in green plastic to match an emerald and cut in a triangle shape. This one, I really like the balance it pulls off between the ring style and the style of the helmet. I really do like the Hurricane form or style helmet that Wizard wears. It's definitely my second favorite after Flame. I really like the angles on the triangle. And I think this works second best as a ring, just because the triangle shape is kind of simplistic. It doesn't fail and become too weird like the water style one, but it's not quite the class act that the Flame style is. But its Henshin is unique, so let's hear that now. Henshin. And there you can also hear the whooshing of wind, or the whirling of a tornado or a hurricane. Okay, and once more in the dark. Come on, there we go. Henshin. Okay, Light Show Part 3 down. Last one to go. This is his last primary Henshin, and this is the Land Style Ring. Now this one is my favorite ring design of all of them, even out of the Flame Style Ring, and that's because it's the biggest gemstone. It's a square cut. It's done in yellow plastic to match topaz, I believe. I know there are other yellow gemstones, but topaz is the one that springs to mind when I think yellow gemstones. And it's the biggest one, which means it looks the most like an actual gem that's been set into some piece of jewelry. It's the one that best looks like a ring when the visor is flipped up. Versus all the other ones really kind of just do look like his helmets with no visor, whereas this one I think passes the best for an actual ring. The problem is that this matches the helmet design really well, which means that his helmet in land form really just looks like a giant square topaz ring stuck on his head. It's really awkward and blocky, although you could say it fits into the style of land being, tough and physically strong, but I just don't like the helmet design. But do like the ring, and I do like the Henshin, so let's hear that. Henshin. Okay, and you could hear there the element sound was the rumbling of the earth, the rumbling of some rocks. I'm trying to get my timing down the best I can. You can hear there that the land announcement was happening again. I didn't pull my hand away quite so fast because I was trying to get the rock tumbling sound to last as long as it can. It really just comes down to practice. For a lot of these, it comes down to getting used to when the sound effects happen, knowing when to pull your hand away, especially for ones where if you pull them away too quickly. So I'll go back to flame style to show this off. If you pull it away too quickly, it won't finish announcing it. So see, we just got fret, which is weird. That's something else to note. You can always cancel out whatever you're doing by just doing the little flip to the other side and getting that activation noise. That does it for primary function and detail of all these rings. Again, the only ones that so far have come with the Wizard driver were Flame Style and Water Style. The other two Henshin rings came with the Wizard Sword Gun, which we will see in part 2 of this video. The only other real thing to bring up right now would be the incorrect noise. If you scan these rings on the wrong side, so let's try to Henshin with driver on. Henshin. It tells you it is on the wrong side. And the same thing if I'm trying to cast Flame Style. So that's neat. I like that it does that. And that's actually a good way just to see the glow without having to listen through a lot of, I guess, other voice clips. It's just a very short audio clip. So it's, I think it's a good way to get a view on what the glow of your ring looks like. Hold on for just a sec. I don't know if I did the land Henshin in the dark, so I'm going to go back and check that, and we're going to cut. Okay, that was professional. Yeah, completely skipped over doing this in the dark because I was talking about timing everything right. So let's do this in the dark to complete the demonstration, because this one, with its large gemstone, has a really nice glow to it. Okay. And that now does it for all the basic sound effects, all the 4 main Wizard Henshins that you get out of this belt, plus the bonus of the driver on activation, and some, if you screw up which side the ring goes on, some yak side incorrect noises. When we come back next time, we're going to be focused on attack sounds, meaning we finally get to use Kick Strike, and we will be getting into his main weapon, which is the Wizard Sword Gun. So I will see you in part 2. This is Hypoman signing off for now.